today's pour will be for reviewing this golden color pouring medium gloss. I have noticed that the best sales comes when there is some gloss medium inside your pouring mix. So let's try this new pouring medium. We are using today very simple colors, only blue, gold, and black and white. So this is Trade Me Spot On. I'm gonna put on the black and the gold, 4 in this one and 3 on the other one. Still undecided to put this one yet. Okay, so this is the order. No, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, so I am doing a series that is all about, if you notice, they all will have black and white, but it also will have a metallic color. So the series is black and white plus metallic. And instead of doing a flick cup, I'm going to pour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sticky. Why? Because you don't want a solid color on the top. So I'm going to do this. So that I don't have a solid color, but what I'm gonna do is gonna put that in there. And some black over here. If you notice this series that I'm doing, all of them has this type of pouring to be consistent. Running out of gas, so I'm gonna put more and I can torch later again. Once you start using the large torch, you don't want to use the small one anymore. At the beginning, I didn't want to use a large one, and now I don't want to use a small one. Oh well. So let's put, I want to bring some black also in here, and I don't like this, so I'm going to put black. Let's see if I have in here something left. It is mostly how do you say, gray. So let's move these, see what we're gonna have. It is also a very good medium. See, for me, all the mediums are good. You know, they bring different results, and it is nice to have different results. Why? Because you have then a variation of paintings. Wow. I'm afraid to move it because I'm gonna lose the pretty cells I have. They are gorgeous. They are really gorgeous. But I cannot have all this color. So I do have to move it. Too much. Move it back. Huge cells. Let's see. Tiny bit that way. I have to help it. It will not go down if I don't help it. Let's help it with some from the floor. Huge cells. Okay, so it depends on when you torch, if you get large or small cells. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Previous video, I overdid the tilting, and I lost very pretty sections, so I'm very aware of that right now. However, when I move that in there, I see there that things want to come out, and the way it looks doesn't look pretty, so I'm gonna go with the tiny one so that I can only hit on that area, that small area. Let's have some tiny cells here and there. Instead of hitting everywhere, areas that I may not like. here and there, not everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. See if I can put a cell from the bottom. I'm gonna put this and then I'm gonna torch and something pretty is gonna come from there. Okay, let's torch that small section in there. And the small one. Oops, this is the large one. And I'm gonna move it so that the small cells grow a tiny bit. That's prettier. Okay, so I'm gonna move it a tiny bit and I'm gonna leave it like this. I still have some more to do another one. I love it. I really love this medium. Very, very good medium. Notice that my mixes were a tiny bit thinner than last time. Because I noticed I did a practice one and I noticed that when it's thinner, you get better cells. Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way around. Make sure all my edges are covered. And this is it. And I'm gonna put it someplace else. I'm gonna do the same dirty cup and I'm gonna do now a flick cup with the same colors. Gonna start with the white. I may need to prepare a tiny bit more white, so I will be right back. So I'm gonna start with the white. And this time I'm not going to tilt. I'm not gonna torch until later with the black. So let's open these. Wow. Okay. Wow, this is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to continue tilting, but I want to touch a tiny bit in here. Notice that I torched later this time. Let's use the small one so that we can control where we torch. I think I'm gonna use the big one. I don't know why this does not hold that much the just refill it. Some gold coming from there. I'm just going to torch everywhere now. And then we're gonna move it. There's a lot of black and want some color popping. What do you think? We need to move it this way because there's areas that have not been covered edges. Now I have to be very careful. I don't want to lose what I have. I like it. I have to do one without doing all that. I learned that and I love it. Okay. That was because I had to cover that area. Wow, look at that. Beautiful things coming. I'm going to corner in there. Let's keep moving. Just gonna leave it like this. So I'm gonna torch in there because there are things that want to come out from there. Only there. Because every time you torch somewhere, more cells will come. So maybe to have some cells, small cells in there and some small cells in here. And maybe here.